I want to go over a few. Okay, Crew Erickson is hottest hitter in region play over the last steady in region play. Not 100 mark for all of region play. A lot reliable there, Tyler.
Deal time might be that he's played a fantastic shortstop this series for Maple Mountain. So Maple losing their starting short. They're actually going to start A.J. Thomas at short. He's started a catcher for this series, and we have a new catcher behind the dish today. Bailey on the mound, Crew Erickson ready to get things going. It is the Mountain Refined opening pitch. First pitch is in there for strike one to Crew Erickson. Crew Erickson's had a good series, 3 for 5, 2 doubles, and RBI. Was intentionally walked twice yesterday for the Wasps. He's going to swing at the second pitch. That one's a rope right back up the middle for the Wasatch Physical Therapy. First hit of the ball game.
Ty, he's been so good lately. Crew is getting hot at the right time, heading into the end of the season, state tournament. Really, this whole team is kind of peaking at the right moment. 2 out of 3 against Spanish Fork last week. We're competitive in all 3. This week they've been good against Maple Mountain, 1-1 in those, but again competitive in all of them. It's going to, if the trend continues.
It's going to bring up Tragan Shaw hitting on the left-hand side. 2 for 9 with an RBI in this series. Comes in hitting .258 on the year. He's going to square to bunt. Nope, slash. It's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. He fields it cleanly. Crew took off on the pitch and is safe at second base. So advances to runner, and Wasatch has a runner in scoring position with 1 away.
Yeah, that'll get the job done, Tyler. Tough luck there from Tragan. He continues to have the ball that just won't bounce his way. Good sharply hit ball down the line. The first baseman, who is vacating after Crew had left, kind of looking like it's still. First baseman turned and just kind of had a look what I found, coming back over to his glove hand side. All things said, though, the dust settles and moves the runner over, and Wasatch is in business.
Misses low and away here to Alex Gutierrez. He's had a rough series, 1 for 8 in the series, but hitting .322 on the year for the senior. He steps in on the left-hand side as well. Bailey comes set, working out of the stretch with Crew at second base. The pitch, that one misses the outside part of the plate for ball 2. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, early on, going to fill out this zone from the home plate umpire, Tyler. See how far he's going to give it. That game yesterday, the umpire looked like he was giving 3-4 inches off the outer half of the plate. See how this one shakes out today.
Bailey gets the sign and comes set. 2-0 the count here to Gutierrez. Top of the first, no score. Misses upstairs for ball 3. 3-0 the count. You know, Gutierrez swung at a lot of first and second pitches yesterday, Ty, and I feel like he's just a better hitter when he sees a couple of pitches. Early on today, I think it's good he's seen 3 pitches here in this first at-bat.
Yeah, and if I'm Alex, I'm probably taking here, Tyler. I know it's going to be a hittable pitch with a runner in scoring position, but probably takes. Work the pitch count up, see a few more.
That one is in there for a strike. Moves the count to 3-1. Chet Wilson on deck. Cole Zimmerman in the hole. Wasatch has only led twice in this series. They led 2-1 after the first inning yesterday, and then led 7, then got the win 7-6. That's been it as far as leads go. Maple Mountain has led for most of the series. Trying to get the lead here in the first inning, and that's going to be low and outside, ball 4, and Wasatch has runners on first and second.
Well, Ty, we talked about it in the keys to the game that I brought up. This could be a huge start to the game. If Wasatch can get a couple runs here in the first inning, get the pressure on Maple Mountain. Crew Erickson threw very well yesterday. Hit 87 miles per hour with his fastball, and today he's going to have the wind behind him blowing home. And Crew can get you off to a fast start here on the mound if Wasatch can push a couple across here in the top of the first.
It's nice to have runners on base for Chet Wilson. 16 RBIs on the year, leads the team in that category. The pitch in there for strike 1.
That's a good take from Chet. Tyler, you got a pitcher who's struggling to find the zone. 4 out of 5 pitches were balls. Chet can really handle any count and any pitch. So C1, see if the pitcher's going to come back and be around the zone.
Middle infield playing shallow, and then the corners are playing up on the grass. Big 3-4 hole. The pitch swung on, fouled back, moves the count to 0-2.
Oh, I do think Chet would like to have that one back, Tyler. Had that one timed up, seemed to be the pitch he was looking for. Just didn't get the bat head on plane. I think he'd like to have that one.
Chet 2 for 5 in the series. hitting .400 in the series, and that's actually lowered his average. .460 on the year for the senior. 9 extra base hits. He's facing an 0-2 count here. Bailey comes set, delivers the 0-2. It's swung on, elevated to center field. Mosquea settles underneath it, makes the play. Crew fakes the tag, and he'll go back to second base. 2 away with runners on first and second.
Yeah, Crew bluffed the run over to third, which is what you like to see. But that's one of the dangerous balls to bluff, Tyler. Center fielder coming in at second base, catching that shallow left center. It's a dangerous spot to bluff too far. Crew did a good job of getting just enough to draw the throw and then hustling back.
Going to bring up Cole Zimmerman. He's got a couple of RBIs in the series, hitting .350 on the year. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Bailey's been around the zone. Nothing overpowering so far, but has kept it around the knees. Wasatch with a single and a walk, and that's where our base runners are at right now with runners on first and second. 1-0 the count here to Zimmerman. Top of the first. Bailey takes a peek at Crew. Now takes a second look. Delivers. Cole thinks about it, but too far outside once again. Moves the count to 2-0. Rain light. It's just kind of a mist happening right now. Good storm happening on the mounds behind us.
It's not bad right now here, Tyler. Just enough we're going to hear you complain about how cold it is, right? But really not bad weather for a baseball game.
2-0 the count with 2 away. Wasatch needing a 2-out RBI. The pitch. That one misses as well. 3-0 the count now to Zimmerman.
Well, I'd love to see a walk here and get to 2 of your hottest hitters. Carter Bucad waiting on deck. Landon Carter in the hole. And those 2 have not been missing fastballs when they have their opportunity. And you're going to get a lot of fastballs when the bases are loaded and nowhere to put you.
Regular season finale here for the Wasps. The 3-0. That one's in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count to Zimmerman. Maple wearing their all-white uniforms. Wasatch going with their all-black Pittsburgh Pirate look.
Thomas, not the traditional shortstop, also shaded over to second Tyler. Cole really good at going the other way. I'd like to see him maybe drive a ball through that 5-6 hole.
3-1, pickoff move. Is it in time? No. Looked pretty close, though. Pretty good back pick there. First baseman was playing behind him. And Gutierrez had to dive back, got back just in time, and we'll reset at 3-1.
That's the right call. Alex was in there. Tyler Maple tried to sell it by moving everyone in as if they got that, and they're probably coached that way. See if you can play on the umpire's emotions. But umpires very experienced out there in the field. We've got a good field umpire. He didn't take the bait.
3-1 the count. And that misses low and outside as well. Second walk of the inning for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles, and Wasatch has the bases loaded with 2 away for Carter Bucad.
Ty, Coach Scholl is so good. When you had him on Tuesday, coaching for over 30 years, he knows all these umpires' names, and you and I should probably know better too. Do you recall this umpire in the field? What's that?
Rock.
He's fantastic.
Yep.
He does a really good job, Tyler.
He was behind the dish for game 1.
Oh, is that who was behind the dish on Tuesday?
Yep.
Excellent umpire out there.
Well, bases are juiced for Carter Bucad. 2 away, top of the first, 0-0 the score. Ooh, that one's in there for a strike. Tough strike call.
All right, well, now you know.
0-1 the count.
Now you know. See if that one's consistently called here in this one.
Well, one thing I wanted to mention from yesterday's game is just how impressive Carter Bucad was, Ty. In that last at-bat when he roped the single to tie the game, that first pitch I thought was about 3-4 inches outside. And what does Carter do? Instead of complain, gets right back in the box, and the next pitch, Thomas, the catcher, went right back outside. Carter, knowing that, laced it to the opposite way, and then has the hustle play to get to second base so that he can score on the next one. A lot of small things that Carter did really well yesterday. Facing an 0-1 count here with runners on every base. Carter hitting on the right-hand side. Bailey working out of the stretch. Delivers. That one's going to bounce. Good job from the catcher as he smothers it. Trying to see the number. I think it's number 7.
Yeah, it looks like 7, but it's hard to make out with that catcher gear on.
So that would be Ryder Jeffers. Has not played in this series so far, getting his first start behind the dish today as A.J. Thomas, the normal catcher, is playing shortstop, and Corbin Bailey, the normal shortstop's on the mound. 1-1 the count here to Bucad. Late kick, the pitch. That one misses as well, moves the count to 2-1. Right fielder playing shaded towards the right field line. It's been a good outfield in this series, though, Ty, covering a lot of ground, and that's typical of Maple Mountain. They're able to get some good athletes to cover ground out in the outfield.
Well, got good hitters count here. If you're Carter Bucad, you're on the hunt for a fastball here.
2-1 the count. They actually just shifted the right fielder over a little bit. 2-1 the count. Big swing and a miss from Bucad. 2-2 now the count. 2-2, 2 away for Bucad. Wasatch trying to take the early lead.
Well, this is an interesting pitch spot here, Ty. 2-2 count. This would be a breaking pitch sequence. But don't be surprised if they come back with the fastball.
2-2, swung on. It's a high chopper to the third baseman. Third baseman fills it clean, throws it across the diamond. Is he in time? Yes, it pulled him off, but he was able to get right back on the bag. And Maple Mountain gets out of the first with no runs on one hit, no errors, and Wasatch leaves 3 on base. 0-0 as we go into the top of the first, or bottom of the first.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Bag Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hirst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Bag Flooring and Paints.
Hi, this is Audra with Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know when kids feel close to their parents, they are more likely to listen to them when they set clear boundaries about alcohol and drugs? Doing things with your children they are interested in and taking time to talk with them about their day will help create strong bonds. A great goal is to spend at least 15 minutes a day of one-on-one time with each child. All kids need a parent's help to stay drug and alcohol free. To learn more, visit our Facebook page, the Caring Community Coalition of Wasatch County.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the first brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your rehabilitation specialist dedicated to your total recovery from all injuries. Let Dan Ivey and his team get you back to 100%. Ty, take us around the diamond for the defensive starters today for the Wasps.
Starting on the mound will be Crew Erickson. Behind the dish, Landon Carter. Third base, Chet Wilson. And your starting shortstop, Carter Bucad. At second, Alex Gutierrez. And first base is Cole Zimmerman. In your outfield today, Tad Solser in left, Zach Burdett in center field, and Tragan Shaw in right field. Your Wasatch High School defensive starting lineup.
A little bit of a change to the starting lineup for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. A.J. Thomas has been the leadoff guy. They're going to go Seth Hall today. He's been good, 3 for 6 with 3 extra base hits.
That's the right call, Tyler. You want this guy to get as many bats as you possibly can if you're Maple Mountain. So get him slotted in there at number 1 and give him as many opportunities as possible. He has been a tough out for Wasatch.
Steps in on the left-hand side. Crew with limited pitch count today gets on the mound. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Crew working out of the stretch. Landon Carter has been the consistent starter. He's behind the dish once again today. Crew back into the windup here in the bottom of the first. Gets the outside corner for strike 2.
There you go. One thing that's to your advantage if you're Maple Mountain is Crew just doesn't have a lot of pitches to waste. He's going to come at the hitters. But, Ty, I think that might be an advantage to Wasatch. You're better when you're aggressive on the mound.
Well, that's a 3-pitch strikeout there for Crew Erickson to get the thing started. Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine strikeout. 1 away here in the top of the bottom of the first.
I'll tell you what, Ty, if he just wants to go 9 pitches every inning, he's going to be able to extend himself. He's got 44 pitches to work with. And if he doesn't get too greedy, just 3 pitches to strike out each one, you can go a 5-inning mercy rule game if you're Crew. If you go a 2-pitch at bat. So, if he doesn't get greedy, he can share the wealth with his teammates a little bit.
Ooh, that's a pretty good pitch there to Musqueya, but it's called ball. Ball 1, the count. Frandy Musqueya, the normal 3-hitter. He's hitting in the 2 spot. 3 for 8 in the series with a double and 3 runs scored. This one's going to be swung on, elevated in foul territory, way high. Chet Wilson's going to call it, comes up and makes the play. 4-2 away here in the bottom of the first.
Sorry, that's a good play. That ball is sky high. You've got a bit of a swirling wind when it get up that high. And that ball just can play fits with an infielder's head. Chet did a good job of kind of casually coming in and sizing that up. Didn't overly run it or get overly aggressive, and came in and handled that. The ball was actually fading back towards fair territory.
It's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Corbin Bailey, who's on the mound as well for the Golden Eagles today. He'll take ball 1. 4 for 7 in the series with 3 RBIs. 12 hits yesterday for the Golden Eagles.
Yes, sir.
That's an off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. 1-1 now the count.
Well, his breaking pitch looks good, Ty. Crew, that is. That's a great sign. He's putting that into the minds of Maple Mountain early. Should be able to get a lot of outs with the fastball.
1-1 goes back inside, misses inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count.
And why I say it that way, Tyler, when hitters have to think about the breaking pitch, the fastball just jumps on them a little more, and timing is so important in hitting a fastball that you can be so much more effective on the mound. If you can get that breaking pitch into the hitter's mind, the fastball gets that much better.
Another swing and a miss on the bottom of the zone. 2-2 the count with 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Into the windup. The 2-2. Back to the off speed. It's a ground ball to Chet. He sits on it, fields it, throws it across the diamond. Gets away from Cole Zimmerman. Runner will advance to second base on the air. Tough break there for the Wasps. Looked like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Instead, Maple Mountain has a runner on second in scoring position.
Yeah, Ty, everything about that just looked a little bit off. Chet, I think, knew as that ball was coming to him that he probably should have attacked that, but he got caught on the in-between and took a step back. He handled the tweener hop pretty well, but the throw just a little bit off because of his rhythm. Cole Zimmerman also looked like he had a beat on it, Tyler, and the ball just kind of skipped over his glove. We didn't have the angle to see if it pulled him off too far from the side of where we're at, but everything about that looked off. Even Landon Carter coming down the line, he was too shallow. He wasn't getting deep by the fence. So really all three players just looked to be a little bit out of sync on that.
Ball's going to be elevated to left field. Tad going back, settles underneath it, and makes the play. So it only costs one pitch as Simmons swings at the first pitch, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner is left on base. It is 0-0 as we go into the second.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasps football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
Hi, I'm Stacy McKay, branch manager at Bank of Utah, where we provide financial services to businesses and individuals in our community, and we are proud to support Wasatch High School. As one of the nation's top performing banks, we've been delivering exceptional value for over 70 years. So whether you're looking to grow a business or raise a family, we can help you every step of the way because your Utah is our Utah. Come see me at our Heber branch and experience the hands-on customer service that only comes from a hometown bank. Bank of Utah is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the second inning in Maple Mountain High School, 0-0 the score. Wasatch coming to the plate. Second inning action brought to you by Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. Your local Napa store stocks all kinds of equipment, whether it be marine, farming, basic automobiles. Stop on by where they've got great customer service today. That's Wasatch Napa Auto Parts, located on Heber Main Street.
Well, maybe the hottest hitter on the team, Landon Carter, will step up to the plate, take strike one down in the zone. He's 4 for 8 in this series with a double, hitting .319 on the year with 10 RBIs. 0-1 the count with Gage Sheesh on deck. Tad Sulcer in the hole. The pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Definitely a tale of 2 different innings in that first between Wasatch and Maple. Crew Erickson mowing quickly over Maple Mountain, whereas the Eagles and Bailey really had to work. Tyler went 20-plus pitches, didn't give up a run, but they had to really work hard, got out of a bases-loaded jam. Wasatch seems to have the right momentum on their side.
2-1 the count here to Landon Carter. Had 3 hits yesterday, including the game winner. The 2-1. And Ty, you can just see in the box, he's got a yes, yes, yes mentality. He is ready to hit any pitch that comes his way.
And you love that, Tyler. Those that may not be familiar with that, what yes, yes, yes means is you're thinking, I'm going to hit this ball no matter what. You're saying, yes, it's a hit, it's a strike, until it's not. And so basically you're prepping your hitter. You're swinging no matter what. And you're saying yes, yes, yes as the ball's coming until the last moment if you decide, it's not in the zone, and then you hold off there. That's what you're talking about. And he is just locked in, ready to feast.
Nice pitch on the outside corner for strike 2, fills up the count. The payoff pitch here from Bailey. Swung on and fouled straight back. Oh! Traegan goes down, sniped. He was going to get the foul ball at the backstop and gets sniped.
Yeah, you got to explain that a little bit. You just went, on the air, and no one's sure. Traegan went to get the foul ball, and
the guys on
body's
deck,
on the ground.
Guys on deck usually go and get the ball at the backstop, and Traegan was up and got sniped.
I'm wondering if Tad, who's sitting there, pulled the one on him.
Well, this one's roped to center field, but that wind's going to hold it up tight. That's another good barrel, but it's warning track power. 1 away here in the top of the second. Man, he is just on it, just barreling everything.
You look for barrels, Tyler. Something that used to drive us crazy as coaches is averages don't tell the full story, right? You'd have some people that may say, well, why isn't so-and-so playing? They've got a higher average than so-and-so. And that just doesn't tell the full story, right? You can have bleeders, broken bat hits, and then you can have barrels like that are outs. And you really are looking for barrels. Who's putting a good barrel on the ball? That gives you the best chance for success when you step into the box.
Gage Chase is going to step into the box right now. He's as well 4 for 8 in the series with a double and an RBI. Had 3 hits in game 1. Takes strike 1, and Ty, he continues to be on the barrel as well. That's going to be roped over the second baseman's head, and Wasatch has their second hit of the day.
Yeah, Ty, Gage really has had a nice season, and it's been to that right center gap that he's done a lot of his damage over there. Ty really looks to me like he's got like a 5-wood out there that he's golfing with, just kind of serving that thing up over there to right center. Just nice and casual. He's had a great year for the Wasps at the plate, coming on hot late like a lot of these other hitters.
We'll bring up the senior Tad Sulcer. Was 0 for 3 yesterday, hitting 182 on the season. Played a really good left field. That wind was swirling like it does. It was blowing in, blowing to the side, and Tad had a couple of tough plays that he had to make and made both of them. He'll take strike 1 here, 0-1 the count, with Gage on first. See if Wasatch tests the new catcher today. Again, Thomas has been catching for the series, but he's now playing shortstop. Pickoff move. That was a really big lead from Gage. He had to take 2 steps before the dive, but does get back in time. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, Gage not really a stolen base candidate here, Tyler. If you see action, it's probably going to be a hit and run. So you see these signs going down, probably hit and run or a bunt is what you'd be looking at.
Gage takes another step. Again, a huge lead over at first. Does not go. That pitch low and outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Been a couple of spots that the catchers have turned around and asked the umpire where they're at. Overall, though, been consistent so far today. Top of the second action, Wasatch 0, Maple Mountain 0. Maple dropped to number 10 in the RPI standings with the loss yesterday. Wasatch moved up to number 21 and currently find themselves qualified for region play. Another pickoff move is not in time.
These tags are coming in high, Tyler, and that's something the umpire looks for, where the glove is tagging him. If you're up on the shoulder, the head, the arms are fully extended, usually they can get back. And so as the first baseman is tagging Gage on the shoulder area, that's going to be hard to call him out if that's where you continue to be tagging.
Gage does take a step back. This is going to be swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the backhand side of the third baseman. Slips as he throws it. And they're going to say it's on the transfer. Second baseman bobbles it. So they get the leadoff guy. They say the drop was on the transfer, so Tad will be safe at first. Pretty good play there from the third baseman, who's had a pretty good series at third base.
While slipping, I really thought there was a chance that ball was going to get beyond second base. Just when you see the footwork slip on a ball where your momentum's carrying you away, but good enough arm to get that there. That's a good play.
He's going to bring up Crew Erickson. He singled up the middle in his last at bat. We'll see if Coach Jacobson wants to go some hit and run with some good speed at first base. Tad, a pretty good lead at first. Bailey delivers, swung on and fouled off here from Crew.
That kind of was a swing that looked a little bit like a hit and run. Ty was lunging a little bit, but Tad not in motion. In fact, Tad kind of had a late hop there, Ty. Almost looked like it caught him off guard, the delivery, as if he was still looking over at a sign and didn't have his eyes on the pitcher.
Crew back into the box. Bailey gets the sign and comes set. Tad a good lead at first. The pitch. Off speed, gets the called strike.
That's going to be a hard pitch to hit if they call that breaking pitch down there, Tyler. Starting right at the base of the zone and a low zone at that, and then it's breaking down about 4 or 5 inches by the time it gets to the catcher. Really hard pitch to hit.
0-2 the count now here to Crew. See if Tad goes in motion. 0-2, the pickoff move, not in time. Ty, as a coach, I like to put the runner in motion on this because if you get out, you still have Crew, or you give Crew really a new at-bat with a clean count. See what Wasatch decides to do here. 0-2 the count with 2 away. The pitch. Runner does not go, and it's a ball, low and down. 1-2 now the count.
Yeah, and other reasons you like to send there is often 0-2 is a traditional pitch that pitchers will try to extend the zone, whether that's throwing a ball way in, way out, up, often a breaking pitch that finds the dirt. It's not a bad pitch to go on.
1-2, tries to go outside again with the off-speed. Crew doesn't chase it, and we now have deuces. 2-2 with 2 away.
Well, Crew got to Bailey last time on a fastball back up the middle, and Bailey may be remembering that. You may see a couple breaking pitches here to Crew in 2-2 and 3-2 if it gets to that point.
The 2-2. That one misses as well, and we got a full count. Sulcer will get a head start with the 2 outs and a full count pitch.
Well, struggling to find it, Ty, with that fastball. That was back to the fastball and really not even close. See if Crew can find a gap. Gap ball should get Tad in.
Maple Mountain outfield playing deep here against Crew. Bailey comes set, delivers. Tad does leave, and this one does get the gap. It's a right center field gap. Tad's rounding second. Jacobson's going to try to score him from third. He's on the run. The throw in is not going to be in time. And a 2-out RBI double for Crew Erickson, and Wasatch takes the 1-0 lead.
Well, Crew's just going to put this game on his back, Ty. Looking good on the mound for the Wasps on the start. And how about 2 for 2 now? A single and a double to start at the plate. Senior for Wasatch stepping up in a big way. Wasatch has the early 1-0 lead over Maple Mountain.
That ball was smoked, Ty. It was only about 20 feet off the ground, but it got all the way to the wall. And now Crew with good speed on second base. Let's see if Wasatch can add another with 2 away.
Yeah, you need to get greedy here, Tyler, if you're Wasatch. See if Tragan can jump on them while their heads are down a little bit.
The pitch. Oh, swung on, just missed, and that'll be strike 1 on the foul ball.
I do like that personally, that swing there, Ty. Often after you have that hit, pitchers like to come back and come with a fastball, try to get something back over the plate. It's a good one to jump on them. You actually saw Landon Carter do that yesterday after Carter Bucad got the game winner. Landon got in it on the next pitch. Boom, drove that ball down for the game winner.
0-1 the count here to Tragan with Crew on second. The pitch, that one's low, ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Maple had to burn 2 pitchers yesterday as Wasatch got to the starter. Then Cooper Rollins did a good job of keeping Wasatch at bay, but they did kill 2 guys yesterday. Bailey on the mound. The senior comes set. Wasatch leading 1-0 here in the top of the second. The pitch. Outside, gets the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 now the count.
Crew's not been shy, Ty, to try to swipe third base this year, even with 2 outs. And so don't get caught sleeping over there. Watching on Crew, he may find a moment to take off here.
1-2 the count. Bailey sets, looks, delivers, fouled off. Did that get his glove? Did that get the catcher's glove? Looked like it might. It sounded like he got the glove before the ball. Instead, it's the ball, then the glove. So it's a foul ball, and we'll reset at 1-2.
Tragan staying alive, battling for Wasatch. Really good speed out of the box for Tragan. So see if he can get a ball in play. You brought it up, Tyler. The starting pitcher right now, Bailey, the traditional shortstop. So if you can get something over to that shortstop area. Lefty coming out of the box with speed down the line could cause fits for Maple Mountain.
1-2 the count, 2 away. Bailey takes a peek at Erickson, delivers. And this one's going to be low, but Tragan elevates it to left field. Is it fair? It's fair! Crew Erickson is going to score from third, and Wasatch on the double from Tragan Shaw takes the 2-0 lead. Wasatch with back-to-back 2-out doubles, and they have the 2-0 lead here in the top of the second.
Both hitters doing a really nice job to not try to do too much with the ball, Tyler. Tragan just serving that thing the other way. 2 strikes on him. He's got a good, short, compact swing, and just kind of serves that thing down the line. Gets another run in.
Tragan will be on second base, so back-to-back 2-out hits and back-to-back 2-out runs for the Wasps. They take the early lead. Third hit of the inning, single by Gage, and then a couple of doubles here from Crew and Tragan. Big swing and a miss there from Gutierrez as he falls down 0-1 with Tragan on second base. Not only 2-out hits, Ty, but 2-out hits for both Crew and Tragan that result in doubles. Seth Hall now playing really close to the left field line, even with the lefty up. That one's going to miss low and in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, you're right, Ty. Both got down pretty big in the count. Crew at one point was down 1-2, got a full count hit. Tragan down 1-2 as well. That can really just be crushing to the soul of a pitcher, Ty, to get that close and not being able to finish.
The 1-1, this one's going to be elevated foul and out of play down the left side. And now another 2-strike, 2-out count for the Wasatch hitter, Alex Gutierrez.
Yeah, 1-2's been good to him so far, Ty, as we just brought up. See if Alex can keep the trend going.
Mentioned, haven't seen a real strikeout pitch for Bailey. Yesterday, Ty, in 9 innings, Wasatch with only 1 strikeout. That one is going to be low and in the dirt and does get Gutierrez to go after it. Called the broadcaster's jinx, but Wasatch does push 2 across on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 1 on base. It's 2-0 for the Wasps.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulk yard, where we offer large variety of soil, mulches, and decorative rock. Come see what we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
Are you ready for lunch? The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley, and they're the winner of Best of State for 18 years. They've recently been officially named Best of Utah for their milkshakes, and you've just got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot. They've been proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. So stop in today.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the second brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop, your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic serving you from head to toe, including vertigo to sports injuries. Have been proudly serving the Heber Valley for the last 40 years. I want to thank Coach Scholl and my dad, Blake Baird, for joining me this week. Help us out while Tyler was out of town, and he's tuning in today. Mike Scholl and Blake Baird both tuning in today. Give them a shout-out here on the air. Bottom of the second, Wasatch leading 2-0. Crew misses badly on that one. There's been some rain. Looks like he slipped on his landing on that one. That will be count to 1-0. The hitter will be Cooper Rollins, 1 for 2 in the series with a run scored and an RBI. He'll swing at the next one. Right at me comes the ball. 1-1 now to count.
Well, Ty, we did our all-time Wasatch Greats baseball team a couple games ago. A lot of fun talking about that. And I talked about your .529 batting average, but something a lot of people don't realize is when you played second base, didn't make a single error your entire senior season. And you would have had that ball piece of cake, right? No problem there, although it was to the left side of the field.
That throws way too far for me. That's why second base is so great. It's just an easy throw over. 2 on the count here. 2 Rollins. Now make it 3-1.
I got a bone to pick with our listeners over that, Ty. We put the poll on Twitter, and you're leading right now, 55% to 45%.
Because your second baseman is really weak, Ty.
I don't think people are appreciating some of my talent because I went too far back. And people aren't aware of some of these hitters.
Ball 4. That's the first walk of the day for Crew Erickson. Pitch count is what we're going to be keeping an eye on. Crew has 44 pitches today. How many is he at right now?
Ty, that puts him at 16.
Logan Smith's going to come up to the plate. I have him at 0 for 1 on the season. Ty has not played in this series.
Well, you didn't have him on the book here in the lineup either, Tyler. Just had to create him, so not a common hitter.
Oh, and that one's going to get away. Looked like Landon Carter got crossed up on the pitch, and that's going to advance the runner to second base.
Well, this might be a bunt spot here for Maple Mountain Tide. Let's see what they want to put down. That was kind of an interesting little hitch in that swing. Maybe you're overly aggressive with that yes mentality.
Got a couple of seniors in the lineup, Ties. I think what we've got here, Logan Smith, a senior, and then the on-deck hitter is Ryder Jeffs, also a senior who has not hit in the series as well.
And actually, now that you mentioned that, it's a good point that you're probably not going to bunt a senior. You're going to let him have a swing, right? If you're getting them in the lineup here to get some at-bats on senior day, probably going to be letting them swing.
1-1 the count here to Logan Smith. Couple of looks at the runner, delivers up in the zone for ball 2. 2 on the count.
But if you're Crew, you need to know that, right? That these aren't guys that are in the lineup normally, and you need to challenge. No need to get too fine with this. Put this thing over the middle of the plate. Let your defense go make some plays.
2 on the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Wasatch scored 2 in the top of the second. Currently lead 2-0. Crew comes set, takes one look, delivers.
There you go.
That one gets in there for a strike. 2-2 the count.
Ty, both these teams have a lot to play for. Maple playing for a first-round bye. Top 8 teams get a bye. They're right on the fringe of that. They'd certainly like to have a bye week in the state tournament. Wasatch playing for their playoff lives.
Crew takes 3 looks this time at the runner. Delivers the 2-2. Not able to land the off-speed right now in the inning. That's going to fill the count up at 3-2.
It's not a bad idea to go to the breaking pitch there, Ty. I probably would have liked to see a fastball myself, again, to challenge here. But with a runner on second base, you don't want to be too...
Puts the fastball by him there for strikeout number 2 from Wasatch Physical Therapy. One away here in the bottom of the second.
And I was going to say, you don't want to be too casual to give up a cheap run, but there you can see why you want to challenge with the fastball there, Tyler. That swing is just a little behind, a little slow, and Crew with his good velocity, that particular hitter is going to have a hard time catching up. We got another guy who's not commonly in the lineup here, Ty.
Yeah, Ryder Jeffers. He's the catcher today. 3 for 10 on the year in his ABs. He's going to take strike 1. 0-1 the count. Wasatch playing in on the corners. Also middle is playing close to try to keep that runner at second. This one's going to be roped to left field. It's at Tad Solser. Solser settles underneath it, makes the line out catch. Another good play there from Solser. A good barrel from the catcher. 2 away in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, it's a good swing, Tyler. I really like what I've seen from Tad Solser here lately, though, Ty. He's made some good plays moving both to his left and to his right, going back and forward. And what I really like about Tad is he's secure with the baseball. He watched that thing all the way in, had some good hands to make sure he covered that thing up and didn't have a chance to drop it.
This one's going to be barreled through the 5-6 hole. Runner's going to try to score from second. Tad fields the clean, nice hop, and gets it in quickly. Good play there from Tad Solser. Saves a run. It is a single, but Maple now has runners on the corners, and a really good play there from Tad Solser to get that ball in quick.
Yeah, critical that he got that ball in quick, Tyler. And that's the outfielder's job. You got to hustle to the ball. There's a line, I've talked about this before. They do statistics in the outfield from about 225 feet and beyond. You have a very hard time throwing anyone out at home plate. So on a ball like that, it is critical that you come up and get that ball as quickly as you can, hopefully in front of that 225-foot mark. Tad did a good job of hustling in and getting that ball.
Nice reception there from Landon Carter. Gets the off-speed pitch called strike. 0-1 the count. Thomas doesn't like the call. He's hitting in the number 9 spot. Has led off in every game this series, but is 0 for 9 in the series. Still looking for his first hit.
He's in a bit of a slump himself, but this is a dangerous 9-hitter, Tyler. I messaged you yesterday when I was watching the game. 7, 8, 9. It's been a kryptonite for Wasatch.
Delayed steal. Nice job there from Maple, as they go with the delayed skill, and that gets a runner to second base. 1-1 the count.
And Landon was trying to hold that for a strike, and not a bad time to hold it. If you can get to 0-2 there, that's big. But that delayed steal, often coaches will like to do that with a catcher who's going to their knees to receive it and see if they can get their timing off guard. Maple took advantage there.
1-1. It's going to be a shallow fly ball. Does it get over the shortstop's head? It will get over.
Oh, it got down.
Oh, I thought he came up with it. Instead, it's a 2-out single for A.J. Thomas.
It looked
and
like
2 runs come in to score.
Looked like he had that, Ty. That would have been an unreal play from Carter Bucad.
First hit of the series for A.J. Thomas, and it's a big one as it scores 2 runs.
Yeah, the little bleeder single. Tied back up, 2-2.
Brings back to the top of the order for Seth Hall. Crew misses low for ball 1. 2-2 to the score on the tie ball game. Carter sets up on the outside part of the plate. Seth's been good in the series. That one above the belt for ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Crew working out of the stretch with the runner on first. Maple's done a good job of answering Wasatch's runs in this series, and they do it again. Wasatch led 2-0, now 2-2 the score. That one's going to be swung on and fouled back. 2-1 now the count. Have a pause in the action by Mirror Lake Station.
Well, Crew getting low on pitches, Ty. He's only got 13 left in this game. See if he can get out of this inning and maybe get you a short inning on the next one.
Wasatch has Cole Zimmerman, Blake Sweat available.
And Sweat's getting loose right now. Looks like he's going to be the guy that they go to next, Ty. But situations can change that depending on who's coming up and outs and where you're at in the inning.
The 2-1, runner goes. It's a called strike 2, and put him on him. That's an out at second base. Nice job there from Landon Carter, throwing out A.J. Thomas, but the damage is done. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. It's 2-2 as we go into the third.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental drill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
Gucci Goo Barbecue in Heber Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger-licking ribs, poppin' andouille sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates, take that significant other for the smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome, quick service for dine-in or takeout, great quality food, and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the third, brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health. Have been in business since 1967, offering a wide array of programs for children, teens, and adults. Chet Wilson will lead it off, followed by Cole Zimmerman and Carter Bucad. 4-5-6 up for the Wasps. Chet will take ball one. Lined out to center field on a good barrel in his first at bat. He's 2 for 6 in the series. Bailey into the windup. The pitch. Check swing strike one for Chet.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that pitch is right now, Tyler. It looked to be the same one that got Alex Gutierrez. Fooled him just a little bit on that swing. Seemed like he had Chet just a little bit off as well.
1-1 the count. Bailey back into the windup. The pitch. And that one's going to be roped and gets by up the middle for a single. Chet Wilson with his first hit of the day.
That ball's just hit so hard that the second baseman was all out of sorts with his footwork, Tyler. As that ball's coming by, the weight's on his back foot. He's not able to be lunging out to get a proper backhand to it, and kind of got caught in between. Should I be diving? Should I not? The ball hops up over his glove. Good single from Chet to start off the inning.
Wasatch is tied 2-2 here in the top of the third. Wasatch coming in number 21 in the RPI, trying to hold on to one of those last postseason spots. It's Cole Zimmerman at the plate. They're going to go ahead and let him swing. That'll be ball one. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, Cole's one of the better guys as far as handling the bat. Tie a bunt, certainly something he could work into an actual single here if the Wasps want to go that route. But also not a bad option to keep the bat in his hands too, because Cole can get you an extra base hit at any given time as well.
Pickoff move not in time over to first base. Chet will get back to the bag easily. And we're back at it. 1-0 the count here to Zimmerman. Wasatch 2, Maple 2. Now Cole's going to square. Third baseman's going to come in. Gets the bunt down the first base side. It's a good one. Can Cole get by the first baseman? Oh, it took a bad hop and goes foul. Tough break there for the Wasps. Cole had a chance to get a single on that one.
Yeah, that's a good read there from the first baseman, Tyler. Watching the ball. This is a traditional field, not a turf field. And that ball started on the grass, and then the grass has a lip that comes off into the dirt. And the first baseman watching that let that ball roll off the dirt, and it had momentum to go across into foul territory. On turf, that ball is probably settling down for a hit.
Yeah, you're right. No scores so far from the Provo Spanish game and the Springville Salem game. 1-1 the count here with nobody out with a runner on first. Top of the third, the pitch. Ooh, barely missed there from Cole. Right on it, but he fouls it straight back. 1-2 now the count. Cole had a nice single up the middle yesterday that brought in a run. He's got 2 RBIs in the series. 2-1 the count. Good lead from Chet at first base. Bailey comes set. Chet takes another half. The 1-2. Chet's going to go. It's swung on. It's roped to right field. Well, the right fielder comes up, makes the play, and I think they're going to be able to double him up. They brought the throw back off the bag, but he's able to lay down the tag. Tough break. A pretty good barrel there from Zimmerman, but it results in a double play on the hit and run attempt.
Yeah, I'm wondering there, Tyler, what happened on that play. Yesterday there was a similar one where Chet took off, had a pretty good jump, and Cole, I think it was a 1-1 count, just like that, swung on a ball because Chet was just going, it was a read still. And so it wasn't a call still, so Chet was in there looking to hit. Wondering if that was the same situation, Tyler, because I asked yesterday, Chet looked like he had the base stolen. I said to Cole, was that a hit and run? Did he just not see your good jump? And he said, no, that just was Chet going on his own. I wondered there if the same thing happened, because normally Chet would be looking in to locate that ball, and he didn't locate it, and so he didn't see it flying over his head on a line.
That'll be a single for Carter Bucad as he bounces it over the third baseman's head. So a single there for Wasatch with 2 away, and that'll bring up Landon Carter. Was 2 strikes on Cole, so he had to protect the plate. It was 1-2 because he had the bunt down the line and then fouled the one straight back to the backstop. So it was a 1-2 count, so he had to protect. Wasatch again with the 2-out hit. 6th hit already of the game for Wasatch. They've done a good job putting the ball in play, but only 2 runs to score to show for it. Carter had a great line out to center field all the way back to the warning track in his last at bat. 4 for 9 in the series. Bucad's going to go. It was a pitch out. The throw is going to be in time, so both teams able to get the throw him out at second base, and that'll do it for the 3rd inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's 2-2 as we go into the bottom of the 3rd.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process, and it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
Heber City Point S is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed, conveniently located, free shuttle service, and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 The Peak sent you over. That's Heber City Point S.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Maple Mountain High School, brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, voted best donuts in Utah. But you're stopped for more than that. They've got gas, groceries, goodies, much more. Stop on in at Mirror Lake Station, owner of my number 4 hitter, owned by my number 4 hitter on the all-time Wasatch great team, David Wade. And I think people are underrating just how good David Wade was for Wasatch in the box.
Swing and a miss here from Seth Hall. It's the top of the order up for Maple Mountain. Another swing and a miss moves the count to 0-2. Crew down to, 10 pitches?
He's got 10 pitches left, and I think the guy who's going to like to see him out the most is Hall. Hall has not looked this off, Tyler, the entire week. Crew's got him a little bit baffled at the moment.
He's got 2 strikes on him here, and this one, he barrels him there. No, Cole Zimmerman with the great play at first base, elevates and makes the play on the line drive. 1 away here in the top of the 3rd.
Look at that, go-go gadget arms, Gumby, whatever you want to call it, Tyler. He just stretched that arm up. Nice to have a guy who's, 6'4", 6'5", over there at first base with a 20-inch first baseman glove, went up and made that look easy.
Going to bring up Frandy Mascuella, 0 for 1 with a pop out to the third baseman. He's 3 for 9 in the series with 3 runs scored. Nice off-speed pitch in there for strike 1.
Well, this is going to be it for Crew this inning, Ty. It's just going to get through the whole inning. Now down to 8 pitches.
0-1 the count. Mascuella has been hitting 3, swing and a miss.
And Maple
0-2 the count.
Not changing their approach. I think they'd be taking a pitch or two, see if they can chase into the bullpen this inning.
0-2 the count.
Aggressive.
Crew working out of the windup. The pitch on the 0-2. That one's going to be a foul ball towards the third base side. We'll reset at 0-2. Pretty dark day, Ty. It's the cloud. It's not raining, but clouds are keeping it, so it's a pretty dark day here at Maple Mountain High. Started a little bit later. Started at 4:30, so Maple Mountain could have their senior day festivities. And that's where we sit right now at the score 2-2 in the bottom of the 3rd.
Interesting to see how they approach this, Ty.
0-2, he goes upstairs for strikeout number 3.
Oh, that's a great pitch sequence, and I saw Coach JW call that one in there, Ty. And I really like that call, Ty, because the high heater, you got a great chance at a punch out with that. Or it's very enticing that if the batter does get the bat on there, that's often a very high fly ball to the infield because it's hard to get the bat head on plane. That's a really safe pitch for that situation. Good call there from JW.
It's going to bring up the pitcher, Corbin Bailey. Reached on an error in the first inning. Takes ball 1.
Well, he's got 4 left. See if he can put the inning away.
1-0 the count here to Bailey. Into the windup. Goes back to the off speed. Lands the off speed for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Wasatch with 6 hits today. Maple only with 2. But both teams with 2 runs on the board. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Goes high and in. 4-2. 2-1 now the count.
I would be stunned if this is not fastball.
And it is going to be a fastball. It's to the backhand side of Boucade. Fields it cleanly, taps the glove, and throw shows off the arm, and it's a 1-2-3. Physical at the pit stop, goose egg inning, and Crew Erickson does his job. 3 innings pitched. It's 2-2 the score. No runs, no hits, no errors as we go into the 4th.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
Napa know-how.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Top of the 4th brought to you by Country Garden and Nursery, your only one-stop shop for everything garden and yard related in the Heber Valley. Stop on in to their indoor plant shop for the plant of the month. It'll be 7-8-9 up for the Wasps as they have Landon Carter, Gage Sheesh, and Tad Sulcer due up. The Wasatch boys soccer team has turned it on. 6-1 victory yesterday over Springville, and that put them up into number 1 in the RPI ranking. They have 1 game left. That'll be Beaumont on Monday, and then they'll begin their state tournament, probably number 1 or for sure
you got a state title contender there,
That's
Tyler.
Right.
But it's not just soccer. Tennis, quietly having a fantastic year. They had a first round bye themselves.
Yeah, they're going to start their region tour, their state tournament tomorrow and go into Monday and Tuesday region champs for the tennis team. 2-0 the count here to Landon Carter.
I know we got this game going on, but also a chance, Tyler. Wasatch having a golf signing. Someone on the golf team going to play at the next level, the girls' golf team. Ellie Jo Olson going to sign with SUU, and Ty, she's really, really good. Going to compete in the state tournament next Monday and Tuesday. It's a course she's played twice. She's got multiple eagles on the course this year, birdied 6 holes the last time she played. She's got a real chance to make a run in the state tournament.
3-0 the count here to Carter, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Carter. And Wasatch has the leadoff guy on with Gage Sheesh coming up to the plate.
And keep your eye on that girls' golf team, Tyler. The state tournament course, they played it multiple times, and for whatever reason, it's just been good for the ladies' golf team. They could make some noise in the state tournament this year, next week, in their outing there. So it could be a lot of fun here to watch. Tennis, soccer, golf, see what they're able to do. We know lacrosse has a good team, top 5 in the RPI, and Wasatch baseball here can certainly make some noise. It could be a fun spring with sports.
And Ty softball has crept their way into state tournament contention as well. They're sitting at number 21. They have a 2-game series with Uwinna on Monday. Gage is going to lay down the bunt. It's going to move the runner to second. The throw from the catcher, barely in time. Good bunt there from Gage, and Wasatch has a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that catcher coming out, not your normal catcher, Tyler. And that throw started tailing off just into where Gage is. Sometimes runners will like to get on the inside of the base path in the dirt and see if they can cause some issues with that throw. Gage was on the outside, but that throw just flirting with him. If he was maybe a step over to the left, that ball is probably going to hit him or get away from the first baseman.
Rain starting to come down here again in the top of the fourth. It's Tad Sulzer in the box with Crew Erickson on deck. Tad takes a hack, fouls it off for strike one. Crew Erickson did a good job in the 3 innings he threw. Only gave up 2 hits, 1 walk, gave up 2 runs, but kept Wasatch in the game as we go into the bullpen. Tad Sulzer in the box right now, though, for the Wasps here in the top of the fourth with a runner in scoring position. Wasatch scored 2 in the second on back-to-back 2-out doubles. Off-speed pitch misses, low and outside for ball 1. Mentioned the boys lacrosse team tied. Girls lacrosse, they're at number 6 in the RPI standing. So both lacrosse
there's so many
teams
spring
flirting
sports,
with it.
it's honestly hard to remember while I'm going through. Either way, you pick a spring sport, Tyler, and they're going to be competitive this year. Good year for Wasatch sports here in the spring.
Give a shout out to Maddie Durantai, senior, who's committed to go run
there's
at
another one,
University
track
of
and field,
Utah.
right?
Yeah,
There-
University of Utah.
Good athletes all over the board here.
Heard Ryan Bishop yesterday talking that they're trying to find a boys volleyball coach. That's going to be a sanctioned sport next year. The 1-1 goes at Tad's head, and that'll be ball 2. 2-1 the count. A little disappointed, but Ty, it's just hard to just take one off the noggin. It's
cold
just tough.
out here.
Yeah.
That ball's got a little extra steam on it. I'm probably moving if I'm Tad there.
2 on the count. Runner on second for the Wasps with 1 away. The score tied at 2-2. Wasatch at number 21 in the RPI trying to stay with it. That's going to be a ground ball at Thomas at the shortstop. Good base running there from Jones, who heads back to the bag. 2 away on the line out from Tad Sulzer.
That's a good ball, good barrel. Better base running, though. Jones read that the entire way.
Well, I wonder if they're going to put Crew Erickson on, Ty. He's got 3 doubles in his last 3 at-bats that he's actually had an opportunity to hit.
Pick your double, though, Ty.
Well,
He hit
he's
a
got
double
3
last
doubles and a
time,
single.
And Tragan went
That's
double
true.
his last
That's
at-bat.
true.
So I'm not sure you want to get to Tragan Shaw.
Well, 2 outs, runner on second. We had the same situation in the second, and Crew came up with the RBI. Bailey sets, delivers. That one's in there for strike 1 to Crew.
Ty, I think you definitely want to let Crew swing it here, but in this situation, something to keep your eye on. When there's weather, it gets slippery out there.
bet.
The ball is slippery. It's a really great time to lay some bunts down, no matter the situation or the outs, because it's just hard to make plays in this type of weather.
0-1. It's going to be a swung on and elevated to right field. Right fielder's going to go over and make
he
the
did
play.
Not read that well, Tyler, but drifted just enough.
Runner is left on base. First and second, nobody out. Number 14. Coach J. But looking around, I don't think it's going to. We'll see if we get a. And we were in a series. And they decided
Little dribblers. Unusual team.